this is possibly his first start this season since returning to Australia. So it'll be interesting to see what happens then to Carlos Williams, number 1, who has been starting quarterback for the Rhinos all season. I'm seeing him currently with a hat on there, playing the, all he's missing is the clipboard and headset. As the Ravens look to restart here as we're live from Toowoomba. Toowoomba Bellies Rugby League Club. And the Ravens, the Rhinos won the toss, elected to defer. The Ravens, we've taken the ball here. Darius Holiday-Miller and Luke Edwards back deep to return, both capable of taking the distance. Luke Edwards returned for a touchdown last week. And Darius Holiday-Miller, well, don't need to say much about him.
Looks like both teams have got decent numbers today for the clash here.
Absolutely.
Looking for a big physical game between two old rivals. Came into the comp about the same time, I believe, 2001, I believe.
2001. They compete yearly for the Gateway Trophy. And this is going to bounce awkwardly. Can the Rhinos recover? And Darius Holiday-Miller, in his experience, dives on that ball. I thought we were going to see another start similar to the Ravens-Jets game we just saw, where the Jets recovered a kickoff there for a touchdown. But the Ravens will take possession after an awkward kickoff about their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the kicks here. They seem to be getting the height. Maybe the wind's just picking him up. And, yeah, it could have been an unplanned onside kick.
So Ravens starting an offense, and it starts with the man, number 29, at the back of this offense right now, Darius Holiday-Miller, the 2014 MVP. He's lined up between regular quarterback Mitch Tierney, and to the side, 2 playmakers in their own right, Luke Edwards and Jacob Templar. They give us to Holiday-Miller to start the game. He's got some space around the back side. He goes. Some fantastic blocking there. Number 91, Alan Steinert, usual defensive tackle, now playing offensive tackle for the Ravens. They start off with a fantastic carry and first down.
Yeah, great way to start the game. Nice outside run there. Darius obviously looking to get into the game early, and nothing like positive yards on your first down.
And due to an unplanned bus failure, you didn't get to play the Raven unit this year, but you did get to play against the Rhinos. What do you make of these two teams?
Yeah, what I've seen from both teams, they're very different. Rhinos physical, very high on emotion. They can get right in your face. Ravens, technically, really good team.
I'm going to have to hold you there. Holiday-Miller, a nice run to the outside, and he picks up a first down. But you're saying the Ravens, a technical team.
Oh, for sure. You know, they obviously work very hard to get all their guys skilled up in each position. Very hard to find a weakness in the Ravens team, and obviously it takes a team like the Stingrays to dismantle them. But I'm looking forward to this matchup for sure.
Now, I don't want to tip your hand by any means, but obviously one of these teams are going to be going in and taking on the Stingrays once again in the Sun Bowl. From what you've seen this season, which team has the better material to take down the Giants, that is the Stingrays?
Well, let's just give some credit to the Cougars. They're still yet to play that game against the Stingrays. But I think once this game gets rolling on,
Dear, we're seeing an umbrella jumping on. As Sammy Harris, we saw in the last game, desperately trying to crack it there, and we can see the wind being picked up. And apologies there to the Cougars faithful who are watching. I was under the knowledge I thought that game had been played and cancelled, but the rain is really coming down here.
Yep,
and matter of fact, lightning, which is bad news for the Ravens, who sit behind on the ladder position. So if this game is to be cancelled, they will. The Rhinos will proceed to the Sun Bowl based on ladder ranking. The good news is for them, however, is that there is no game after this. It is a 4 p.m. game, so this game can get delayed for quite some time. And, we need at least half an hour between lightning or thunder strikes for this game to proceed again. But this storm has come out of nowhere. It's coming down. We might actually put on a lightning warning, and then might be back in a moment. We'll let you know whether if we're going to just leave the stream running or if we're going to cut and come back once this game resumes. Football here today, or Gridiron. And we're going to take it off from that last down, which was the carry made by Darius Holiday-Miller, which set up a second down here. So back the players go after having their respective breaks. And fortunately, this game should be decided by the play and not the weather.
It'll be interesting to see which of the two sides are ready mentally for this game, considering the large break in time that we had between now and when we initially just got underway. Only a few seconds off the clock. That's all we've had so far.
I think the benefit of that is it wasn't during in-between game. It was at the start of the game. So effectively, this is just restarting play from the start. So probably the best time it could have happened for it to happen. As you see, a trips formation, a trips bunch to the right. Luke Edwards, the lone receiver to the left. Mitch Bessie in a quarterback here, and he's going to take it and run, but not. He's taken down there, number 5, by the Rhinos. Makes a fantastic play in the backfield.
That was a great hit.
Johnny Nico, who started in their matchup a couple of weeks ago.
This sets up a 3rd and 7 by the looks of it, and Rhinos really stacking the box in that last play and flushing the guy right out wide and dropped him.
It is difficult to try and treat that formation with backup quarterback Bessie in there, because most would have considered him a package quarterback, but he can throw the football as well. So do you treat him as a runner, or do you just treat him like a regular quarterback? But speaking of regular quarterbacks, Tierney hits Regan Webb. He picks up a block on the bubble screen and picks up a first down.
Yeah, nice, well-designed play, that one, and more than satisfy the need for a first down yardage there. So it looks like they're going to get the ball at about the 34 by the looks of it.
So 1st and 10 here for the Bayside Ravens. Sione Nuku, the center for this team, getting the set to snap back to Mitch Tierney. Bessie, he's going to motion out from the backfield out to the right slot. It's going to be a give to Holiday Miller on the right-hand side. He's going to juke and get taken down in a tackle there by number 95.
Yeah, not many yards there, is there?
Well read by the defensive lineman to hold their gaps, and they make a tackle at a minimal gain. That's Sean Anderson making the tackle there, and Darius Holiday Miller. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, the Ravens running back, Miller, just limping as he got up out of that tackle. Just see how he runs in this play, whether he's may have picked up a slight injury.
Yeah, well, this turf is going to be slippery now, so it's going to put a lot more emphasis on that run game. Holiday Miller running out a swing, and I can see that limp you're talking about, and he's a pass out of Templar, one-handed grab behind him. And he picks up a first down there. Athletic catch there by the 2nd-year wide receiver.
Super catch. No right, really, to bring that one in, but stuck to the hand, and another first down.
And we're seeing the replay there from Regan Webb. Missed the catch there to Templar. Unlucky superstar. And you're going to have to rewind that yourselves if you want to see that fantastic grab.
So we've got an empty backfield now. Kenny, what do they usually do in this situation?
A lot of screens and a lot of short patterns here, but they're going all verticals on this play, straight to Luke Edwards, who makes the grab, because that's what Luke Edwards does. One-on-one, if you try to challenge him vertically, 9 times out of 10, he's going to come out the better position. Ravens get on the scoreboard for this score, for the first time in this game. Tierney to Edwards, first touchdown of the game.
Snatches that ball right out of the sky, took it at the highest point. No one else could have got that. Awesome work from the Ravens.
Luke Edwards is one of those receivers that came in a couple of years ago and, in my opinion, was a very unique style player. Not many people have the catch radius he does, and when I say that, the ability to leap in the air and catch passes all the way out through his body. He bodies people up better than most people in this league, if not all.
So Ravens here, are they going with this swinging gate, or what are they doing here, Kenny?
Well, they've been whipping it out a fair bit in the last couple of weeks, but it looks like it's a very standard set here. We're going to have a tight receiver to the outside, but Templar lined up right on the sideline there. And it's going to be a double slant pattern. And back at the end zone is the veteran Regan Webb. And they add 2 points on the board there, so 8-0. The Ravens now lead the Rhinos as this game has come back underway after the storm shortage. So Ravens strike first blood, and the Rhinos now will have an opportunity to strike back through the arm or legs of Jared Stegman.
It doesn't look like the break really hurt the Ravens too much. They started a drive before the storm set in and continued it. And pretty much you would imagine that drive is 60 yards or so, I guess, when you add it all up.
And a very balanced drive there. You know, gives the Holiday Miller another couple of carries and some screen passes out to Webb, and then obviously the long pass to Edwards was finished off, and obviously also punctuated by the fantastic grab over the middle by Templar. So as we get a nice little screen wipe there from cameraman James Malseed.
For the old kicking tee.
Going missing in that storm, and Oh, Ravens opting to use a slightly different kicking tee. The traditional orange one there. It almost looks like a, well, I mean, I think it's still a Gridiron one, but much more rounder one there, utilised by the Ravens by Jaron Hugadike.
Yeah, I think the kicking tee courtesy of the Valley's Vultures kicker, Alex Saunders. That's his personal one. So one of the things that gets forgotten sometimes.
Is the old tee bringer, so appreciate it out to you, Saundy. And this quarter on the full there by number 14 for the Rhinos. He's going to bounce it up the middle and try to go the outside and take him down at the 25 after a solid return there. 10 yards, or just over 10 yards there for the return man. I think it was number 10, Daniel Simonik.
Yeah, wrapped up pretty quickly after the return. Not a lot of places to go. Obviously, the Ravens, they all look fit and fast.
There's a replay again there of the last touchdown for the Ravens. As we're coming out for the first offensive possession here for the Rhinos. As aforementioned, led by All-Australian quarterback Jared Stegman. Now we've got an ace formation here. Running back up nice and close there. And two receivers to the outside. It's going to be given to his fullback immediately, and he's going to get met there by number 7, Nada Togafu. Number 31 on the carry, that's Nathan Peterson, listed as a fullback in this offense. Now in a complete contrast to Logan City Jets that we watched here in the women's game earlier today, instead of a deep set, this is almost, despite not having a tailback there, this is a fullback offense with a fullback in its traditional spot, only about 3.5 yards behind the quarterback.
Yeah, I guess that's the beauty of the game. There's just so many different ways to play it, different styles. Some teams favour the run or the pass, and some defend the run or the pass quite well. So always interesting to see these different teams match up with their different styles.
And a nice little slant button there. The Stegman trying to challenge the off coverage there, but they keep it to a minimum gain. But it's still a positive gain of a couple of yards there. So the Rhinos now put themselves in a 3rd and 4 situation here.
Nice catch by David Gooding, number 14. Just not a lot of yards after that, but setting himself up nicely. 3rd and 4, not a bad situation to be in.
My memory serves correctly, when these guys met up a couple of weeks ago over at Bulimba Junior Sports Club, Gooding was the recipient of a couple of nice balls by Carlos Williams and really lit up the highlight reel. So we'll see if he's done that again. He started his day with a catch here, and another key receiver to highlight there is Ravlich, who left that game early with a hamstring injury. He's on the field again today, and Stegman's going to be looking for one of them here, and he wisely just throws the ball out of bounds. With that play being blown up there on the back end. So an incomplete pass there, and that's going to set up 4th down, and we'll see if they change personnel and look at a punt, or if they're going to try and go for it here.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of changes on the Rhinos side of the ball. Early in the game, playing smart, I'd say they'll be punting here for sure.
Yep, Bravlich moving back, usual team punter. He's moving back to punt the ball. And the Ravens force a 3 and out on their first defensive possession. Rhinos will play defense and try to do the same to them.
Who's your returner here, Kenny?
Returner here is, I believe it's Luke Edwards. And we've seen an assortment of returners here over the season for the Bayside Ravens. All range from starters. Obviously, regular returner last year was Calvin Young, who's since moved to the Gold Coast Stingrays, and it was also Mitch Eve, who stepped away from the game this season. So they've been trying a couple of different people. It's ranging from Darius Holiday-Miller and Jacob Templar, and today we're seeing Luke Edwards back there. So a couple of superstar players playing usual specialist positions.
A nice high, deep punt there from the Rhinos. That's a really good change in field position for them. Obviously hoping to try and keep the Ravens down this end of the field.
Indeed, that is. You're noticing that is a fantastic punt there, and it's pushed them inside the 10, as you said. And not too bad of a net result there for the Rhinos, despite having to go 3 and out in their first possession. They are starting pretty good defensive field position here. Rhinos with their 3-3 front. And they're going to take a free play here. The Ravens are going to go long. Edwards balling up there, and it falls incomplete. Pass attended to Edwards. Coverage on the play was number 35, Brad Boland. And Rhinos lucky that the free play there didn't cause too many dramas there. Of course, a free play happens when a defense jumps offside without actually touching an offensive player.
Yeah, that's the time you want your heads in the game and take advantage of that. Obviously, the worst result is still a 5-yard penalty in your favour.
So, yeah, that's what they wisely did, regardless of what the play is. Good offenses will just pull it back and receivers will go deep and they'll just try to haul one long. Bessie now in motion for the Ravens. A lot of wide receivers out there for the Ravens. Darius Holiday-Miller in the backfield. The give will be to Holiday-Miller. No, it isn't. Tierney's going to keep it. Tierney, not usually known for his mobility, decides to pull that one in. He picks up a couple of yards for himself.
Seemed a lot of effort for 2 yards there, didn't it? He got a long run up, but those little legs got him a little bit close to the first down.
So, yeah, I mean, if that was the read, that was the read. So Tierney picks up a couple of yards on his to his ground tally there.
Still not a bad situation to be in. Second at about 3 or 4.
Again, we talked about this in the Colts game there. Second and short is a joyous one for offensive coordinators, and the Ravens have got a good one in Hollywood Row. Get a couple of receivers in tight. It's going to be a pass play. Tierney winding up, looking through his progression. He's going to run again, 2 in a row. Then he's going to shovel pass it out to Templar. Templar is tackled there by number 35. Again, Brad Boland on the play there, and I thought Tierney was just going to tuck it in and grow himself. I don't know if he was past the line of scrimmage there, but I'm not seeing any flags. So, interesting moves there from the quarterback.
Yeah, well, he did well. He obviously saw someone in a better position than him, knew where the line of scrimmage was, projected the ball forward, and first down results. Well done.
So, awareness shown by the crafty veteran quarterback. Tierney takes a snap. It's a low snap, and Tierney's just going to have to cover this. And this is going to become pretty freaking, I imagine, with both teams, with that field being a bit damp and that ball getting a bit wet. And one thing you probably don't factor in when you're talking about centers is their hand size. And that can be a godsend in these sort of wet weather games.
I guess the other thing too with this game, these are all new footballs, not broken in, so they do have that sort of waxy feel to them. You get a little bit of water on them, and it could be a little bit of a nightmare if this ball stays wet and muddy.
Dare we ask the inflation of these balls, mate?
Yeah, they're all regulation.
This low snap again to Tierney. It's a play-action pass. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Rhinos getting some fantastic pressure there via number 99. That is Joe Tulmavave.
Yeah, awesome break up there. Obviously, he read the play well, got that hand out there and broke it up.
Something you teach all good young and upcoming defensive linemen. If you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up and get in the passing lane.
So what looked like was going to be another drive from the Ravens, we've now got them well and truly deep in their own territory and a fair distance towards getting first down.
The difficult thing is here is who do you cover on these long plays here? All of these 3 wide receivers are capable of hauling in a long ball. Tierney going to look back. He's under pressure, and he's going to get taken down there. Fantastic blitz called up by the Rhinos. Number 66 claiming the sack there. Now, maybe it was number 65. I haven't got a 66 on my team list. But it was. What number did you see there, Paul?
Yeah, I thought it was a 66 or 65. It's just hard to...
Well, I'm seeing it. Is it a 55 perhaps? Because I'm seeing it. No, it's 65. And that is Lewis Tonga. Usually listed down as an O lineman. But it is in fact the number 66, which I don't have on my team sheet. So, and he's got a Rhinos on the back of his jersey, so I can't make out who that is. But number 66 did well to pick up the sack on that 3rd and long situation and give his team the ball back via punt. 2 returners back here for the Rhinos. Templar setting himself back up to punt. And only a short punt for the former AFL player here, only netting himself about 15, maybe to 18 yards. So the Rhinos are going to take over in a very favorable position here. And Stegman brings his offense back and an opportunity to put some points on the board and tie this game up.
I think we go back to the Rhinos punt, the difference between that one and this one here. Rhinos punt really pinned them down their end of the field, and the successful defense from the Rhinos crowding Mitch Tierney and really pinning him down. So look where they start with the ball now. Very good field position.
Absolutely. And 4 receivers of the Rhinos. We saw a lot of this a couple of weeks ago on Calling All Sports Brisbane. And that's another carry by the fullback there in Nathan Peterson.
Interesting, the Rhinos are happy to go with these short yardage runs and then look for the long passes. Ravens a little bit more systematic, getting the ball around different receivers.
Both of these teams do like to spread that ball out. We're seeing Win TV come back. He was about to leave a bit earlier, and obviously got the word that the weather came back, and he's here to give us some coverage here in Gridiron, Queensland. So we appreciate Win News showing the love to the sport we all we all care dearly for. As Stegman is in the shotgun now, changing it up. Bunch to his right. He's going to be looking to his left, looking for a man over the middle. And he had number 14 in the hands. That's David Gooding we were discussing earlier. But it goes off his hands and is lucky not to get picked off by one of the safeties looming back there for the Ravens.
Yeah, just overshot the pass, just a touch. It would have been a nice completion if the ball was a little bit low. By rights, he probably could have caught it. Maybe the wet ball had a little bit to do with the drop.
Well, ask any old school coach and they'll tell you if it hits the fingers, yeah, it should be caught. And that was quite a few fingers I saw on that ball. So, but you do raise a fair point. It is quite dewy out there.
So you got the guy in the slot. Is he the guy to watch here, Kenny?
Well, he's been there a lot, and Ravlich is usually one of the biggest targets, but he hasn't seen a target yet today. But he's turning upfield into the end zone. He's open if Stegman can find him, and he certainly tried, and it goes off the hands. Number 9 teammate playing the ball there for the Ravens. But Stegman trying to find Ravlich in the end zone there. He veered up once he realized his quarterback was in trouble. And that's, a made a play there by the Ravens. I lost my team sheet here. John Finn, the returning cornerback for the Ravens, making a play on that ball. But one thing to note there, we saw that field evenly divided when Stegman ran out there. You had a receiver take the short, another receiver hold the middle, and then you had Ravlich, who we mentioned, taking the end zone there. So you didn't have receivers all bunched in the same spot. You gave your quarterback options. And unfortunately, just a situation there where he couldn't convert. We have a 4th down here. Rhinos going to go for it. In the shotgun is Stegman. 2 receivers either way. Gooding to his right, his favorite receiver so far. He's going to try and hit Gooding and hits the hands. And off the hands it goes. And that'll be a turnover and downs there as Gooding receives 2 drops on this drive. And this weather is playing havoc for those Rhinos wide receivers. Thanks again to DCR for making today happen, and obviously Gibbs Parts from Hammond for providing the live stream throughout the season. Mitch Bessie back in a quarterback here. It's going to be a nice option run play. He's going to give it to his up man, that's Ben O'Connor, and the Rhinos handle that, and they stuff it for a loss in the backfield. O'Connor had a huge game on defense last time these two teams met. O'Connor forcing a fumble and also... well, not forcing a fumble, but stripping the ball away from his receiver and then returning it for a 30-yard touchdown, proving that once the receiver catches it, you're still not beat if you work hard enough. And he also reps into that running back position here, and he's going to take absence here as Holiday Miller goes to the fullback position. And now Matthew Olay, usual safety, stepping into the running back position. Bessie calling for the snap. It's a give to Olay. Olay's going to find space in the middle. He's going to lower his shoulder and get back and a little bit past the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to set up for a 3rd and long here for the Bayside Ravens. 3rd and, on my count, 3rd and I'll give that a 5 yards. So 3rd and 5, so it's certainly doable, particularly for this explosive offense for the Ravens, but the Rhinos proving they can dial up the heat on 3rd down when they need to. And we'll see if they come up with one of those. Sacking Mitch Tierney there, number 66, coming across the right edge and taking Tierney down for a sack. And last time they were trying to convert a 3rd down, and I think we're seeing a timeout taken here. And it's actually end of the first quarter there. So I didn't say at the start, but despite the delay, this game is still regulation timing. So we'll still see our 12-minute quarters being played. No speed up, no shortened quarters, so this will still be the full duration of the game as we enter the 2nd quarter now, as the Ravens are currently in possession on a 3rd down and 5 on their own 20, oh, check that, own 32-yard line. Ravens back up here, no change in quarterback. Bessie's still in there. Ben O'Connor now the up back. Holiday Miller behind him. Luke Edwards, 1-on-1 on the outside if they want to take that. They're going to go to the right. Slight bumpage between quarterbacks there, and the distance and then patterning was off, so that's going to be a third down stop there for the Rhinos, who hold the Ravens to a 3-and-out, and the Ravens are likely going to punt this away as we see the punt unit come on for the Ravens. Templar hoping to do a much better job than he did in his last punt there, and the Rhinos looking to add a score of their own in this next possession. Just saw in that replay there, just the offensive play not being executed as it was drawn up there. Spacing issues between the back three, and the Rhinos do a good job of backing it up. And Holiday Miller's coming on, but looks like they're going to flag it. It's likely for delay a game here, or if they're going to, delay a game on the offense. So the Ravens are going to have to punt this back with another 5 yards tacked on. Now that they've got a full complement of players there.
Looks like the Rhinos defense has certainly stepped up. See if their offense can match that. It looks like we've got a good game on our hands.
Well, absolutely, and we can't discredit what that final score showed for the. And a much better punt here from Templar. It's going to fall on the 30, take a Raven bounce, and drive itself inside the 20-yard line. Looks like that is it's going to finish up on the 16-yard line there for the Rhinos. So Templar redeems his last punt with a fantastic field position changing punt there. But as we were saying, the game was really close until the fourth quarter. The Ravens scored 30 points in the fourth quarter. So it was a close game there. John Devine was with me covering that one. And just shows that this game was a lot closer than that final score represented. Four-man front here for the Ravens. Power front represented here by the Rhinos. One receiver out to the left. Sorry, 2 receivers out there. And it's a fumble, and Jason Leon's jumped on a live ball here. Looks like the Ravens have claimed a possession here via defensive captain Jace Leon. I think it was a bubbled snap or if it was a muffed handoff, but it looks like, yes, there's just good quarterback there. Stegman just couldn't get the ball cleanly, and he loses possession of the ball and to be jumped on by Australian teammate Jace Leon.
Yeah, obviously disappointing from the Rhinos' point of view. All their hard work they've did in defense, getting the ball back, hopefully starting a drive, and now they've just turned the ball over on one play. You've got the Ravens camped inside the 20. Let's see what they do here.
Well, they've got a couple of big targets. Bryce Colson now, the rookie tight end. He's in the right-hand slot. Red zone favorite Luke Edwards is out far to the left. Bessie still the quarterback of choice. He's in the backfield now with Holiday Miller. Low snap. He's going to look for Edwards on the jump ball. Edwards is going to miss that one. It falls incomplete. Coverage on the play there, number 33 for the Rhinos.
We've got a flag down in the backfield there.
Stephen Boosted on the coverage there, but as noted by Paul Holgate, there is a flag down here. We'll see what that's for.
So what's the reason for the QB change up there, Kenny?
Wouldn't know there. I mean, Tierney still looks healthy to me. I don't know if it's a change up. I've seen this a couple times in watching the seniors play that they do just like changing up. Like most teams usually do that with their running backs. Not often they do that with quarterbacks. But just like in the women's team that I was talking about, like both quarterbacks offer a different variety of they bring different things to the game. They're Tierney, a noted passer, and Bessie, obviously the more gifted athlete, if you will. And you can see the sort of plays they do run with Bessie in there. Usually it's a lot of triple option, a lot of speed plays out of that quarterback position, whereas they move to more of a pro-style spread type of game here with Tierney at quarterback. So Dan Cantor has gone MIA here, but it's a pass to Luke Edwards on a screen. It's a little tunnel screen. Edwards stays on his feet, but probably only gains a yard out of that play there. But another one of these sort of crazy screens drawn up by Coach Hollywood Rowe.
Yeah, you might have missed that last one. It was actually a holding penalty against the Ravens, marching him back 10.
Oh, there we are. I see it now, yes. Too busy talking about quarterbacks, and I lose the last penalty there. So we've got a 2nd and 9 upcoming. Tierney, the quarterback we're talking about there, copying a lot from the Rhinos sideline there. Tierney to give to Holiday Miller. No, play action pass. He's going to dump it over the middle to Edwards. Edwards is going to try and run east-west, put a stiff arm on, and he gets some yards. I don't think it's enough for a first down. Might have got him back to the original line of scrimmage. And I'm checking if there was a... Can't see any laundry on the field.
Bit tough sometimes. You got these players with these yellow boots. You sometimes think there's a penalty out there, and there's not.
Absolutely.
Back in my day, black. Black Nikes, that's it.
And white changed the world there, didn't it? And 3 receivers out to the left. It's going to be a pass. He's got Templar one-on-one. Templar brings it in. I can't see the markings of whether that's a first down. I'm seeing a lot of whooping up happening from the Ravens, and it certainly looks like enough to convert. So we're going to see a first and goal here for the Ravens, thanks to a Tierney pass to Templar, who's picked up his second catch of the day. And a nice little formation change there for the Ravens. They put 3 out, they load one side, and they put Templar one-on-one on one side, and he wins on the inside slant. As we're looking at goal line play, not too long of a huddle here. Tierney in the backfield with Holiday Miller. Luke Edwards, who's got a touchdown, is onto the left. It's going to be given to Holiday Miller. He's going to use the speed to get the outside. Will it be enough? It might not be. It won't be. They race into the sideline, and the Rhinos win that battle. And they set up a second and goal. Holiday Miller picking up about a yard on that play. For those who are checking out, 66 I think was the winning ticket for the meat tray. Much to the despair of producer John Devine and co-commentator Paul Holgate.
Well, if you watching the live stream and you got a ticket, well done for doing that.
That's impressive. Tierney, Holiday Miller, up the middle he goes. He's juking and weaving and lowering his shoulder, and I don't think it's enough to get a touchdown, but he has made a severe incision there and got them a lot closer.
Looks like they're about 2 yards out there, depending on the spot.
Third down here. And a nice change of pace. We are actually seeing the sun come out here in Toowoomba. So you have called it true. We've seen all 4 seasons here in Toowoomba as Holiday Miller gets met in the backfield there. Big play by the Rhinos. Number 52, the linebacker on the play. That is Terry O'Neill, the veteran linebacker for the Rhinos. And that's going to put him in 4th down position here. And not seeing a field goal unit being sent on, so it looks like they will try for it. They're getting a call in from the offense coordinator in row.
Yeah, it looks like Mitch Tierney's got the call from the QB, from the coach there. He seemed to be going for it.
And we're seeing 3 receivers out to the right. The isolated receiver out to the left is Edwards, who scored a touchdown today. And we saw this similar sort of formation where Templar got the backside slant. They're going to show one side, and they're going to look for Regan Webb. And I literally got lost behind a pole there, so I'm going to rely on the replay there. But touchdown, Ravens. Regan Webb picked up a 2-point conversion earlier, and now he picks up a touchdown. So a look to the right there. And just a nice little inside wind move there by the veteran, and he gets a touchdown for today. We're seeing as the college game progresses, and even the pros now, less and less teams running it when they're 1 or 2 yards out, and getting these nice inside patterns and fade jump balls are very much becoming in vogue. You've got 55 written on. And incomplete. That 2-point conversion falls. So the Ravens will remain 14 points ahead of the Rhinos. The score currently sitting 14-0. Bayside over the Brisbane Rhinos. Another good aerial display shown here by the Bayside unit here.
Yeah, they seem to have all the passes, don't they? And systematically taking yards almost at will. The Rhinos did well. They did shut them down at different times and just couldn't hold them off that, hold them away from that goal line.
It's only going to get easier for them as this rain is well and truly stopped and the sunlight has come back out and it's actually looking quite dry out there. So if it was impressive them catching in the rain, it's only going to get easier and easier for them as this weather clears up.
Yeah, obviously plenty of time left in this game. It'll be interesting to see what the Rhinos can do once it starts clicking for them offensively.
Back deep to return is duo of Gooding and Rasmussen for the Rhinos. Kicking off is Jaron Hugadike for the Ravens. The rookie DB taking over the kicking duties this year. And he boots the ball long to Gooding. And Gooding's going to try and get it up the middle of the field. Now he's going to bounce to the outside. Containers there from the Ravens, and the tackle is made by number 36 for the Ravens. And that is not on my team list, but I think it actually could be Phoenix Bonoho. The former Western Cougars junior moving over to the Ravens here in his senior years.
Yeah, nice return. Anytime you can get towards the 30 or beyond, you've got to be happy with that as a starting field position.
Speaking about former juniors, starting as centre, I believe, is Ryan Glasson. An impressive Rhino junior, winning defensive lineman in his first year as a Rhino junior, now starting as centre. And he gives the ball to his quarterback, who completes it to number 82. On the catch there, which is James Colashaw.
Nice positive yards there on that first down. Looks like about 2nd and 4.
Yeah, both of these quarterbacks very happy to dink and dunk early in the game there. Both have the arm to complete some intermediate to deeper passes, but it certainly separates them from a lot of the other quarterbacks as they can they have the footwork and quick release to try and get some of these quicker passes away. Stegman, deep drop, 5 steps, looking over the middle, and it's almost intercepted by Ben O'Connor, and pass intended there to number 82, James Colashaw again. But falls off the hands of the Raven defender, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Unlucky not to get that interception there. The Ravens defensive back certainly was good enough to get his hands around it.
We've only seen the 1 intercept today, I believe, out of the games we've watched, which is the game-winning intercepts for the Gold Coast Stingray Colts. And effectively the final play of the game as we see a toss play out to the right. It's an effective one by the Rhinos. He could go. Can anyone chase him down? We have a couple of people pursuing, including free safety Jamal Party, who will take him down before he can convert that to a touchdown. But a fantastic run there by the Rhinos via number 5, running back Johnny Nico. Big play there out to the outside.
He's got some wheels, hasn't he?
Absolutely. You see him taking to the outside. Some great blocking there by the Rhino unit, and they just spring him out for a big gain, and you see him accelerate, pin the ears back, and it's only stopped by the last line of defense, which is free safety Jamal Party. And now the Rhinos, prime position to dig into this lead.
Yeah,
inside the 10.
Yeah, about 9 yards out there, Kenny.
So we're seeing Gooding lined out very wide as he now corrects himself and evens up the thing, and it's going to be given to the fullback there, but Steiner, the Toowoomba, or also I'll say the Roma native, he comes in and makes a play and stuffs out in the backfield. The carry there by number 31, Nathan Peterson.
Yeah, great play, number 91, Alan Steinhort. Read it early, dragged it down to the ground, and slipped off the tackle, but did enough to get the runner on the park.
As we're closing in on the back end of this quarter now, approximately 6 minutes remaining. As the sun comes out and gives us the game we all wanted under nicer weather conditions. Stegman under center. Peterson, the back behind him. 3-step drop, looking for a quick release, and he gets it. It's Gooding, and Gooding is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown Rhinos. They strike back with Stegman to Gooding on the play there, and I'm hearing field goal. They're going to go for 1 point here and make this a 7-point game. But you see on replay, a nice 3-step drop there, coach. And just hits the slant, just as he's taught.
Yeah.
just talking about the Ravens passing game, turning it up. But now the Stegman and his assortment of wide receivers, they've rocked up to play as well, and they add the PAT, so it makes it a 14-7 game.
No, I believe it went wide.
Wade, right. Oh, saw some arms go up, and I jumped a bit early. And so 14-6. Not that played. And a nice slant play there, and we're seeing that replay again of Gooding's touchdown there. Just a nice clearing out pattern from his interior receivers, and gets the job done. So the after the Rhinos get their first touchdown of the day, they're set to kick it back to the Ravens, and back deep to return is Matthew Olay and Luke Edwards. And
That's a nice kick.
Very high, and it goes into the arms of Olay. And he's going to try and find the block of Edwards. He's breaking a tackle from behind, but then gets taken down by the pursuing Rhinos special teamers. That was number 30, who will eventually get credited for the tackle, Ashley Kent. Brother of Joshua Kent, I believe.
Look at the Rhinos sideline. They're pumped now. They've got on the scoreboard. They know they're only one score away from leveling this one.
You look at, I was just looking at quarterback Jared Stegman as he walked past me, and he's a very cool, collected guy. He doesn't like to show a lot of emotion. He knows what's inside. He knows they're still trailing, and he's very cool, calm, collected, and very concentrating very hard, and he's ready for his next drive whenever that may be.
Yeah, it looks like there might have been a personal foul on the end of that. They've been marched forward, so good field position now for the Ravens to start their drive.
Yeah, just on the 35-yard line there. Tierney, the quarterback for this drive here. Webb and Colson, the slot receivers, but it's a give to Holiday Miller, and he takes it forward for about 3, maybe 4 yards. As we look at the second down upcoming, we'll call that's actually a 4-yard gain there, so 2nd and 6 upcoming for the Bayside Ravens. Here in April McEnroth, who just who's watching the game. She just competed in the women's game. She's the center/guard for the Ravens women's side, and she's clearly doing something she shouldn't by tweeting and driving. So words that we have to them now. Oh, they were close not to whistle that play down. To me, it almost looked like, and we'll try to get that on replay, that Tierney looked like his knee might have been down when he collected that snap.
Yeah, he might have got away with it there. They'll be lucky to get back to the same point.
And unfortunately missed the replay on that one there, but it was very close, but ultimately it doesn't affect the game too much, so I don't think the Rhinos are going to be blowing up about that. So 3rd and 5 upcoming here for the Ravens. 2 receivers either side for the formation. Rhinos showing a cover 1 look. Tierney's going to test the outside, but it's a miscommunication there. I don't know if Tierney read one thing and Edwards ran the other, because Edwards came up to block, and Tierney threw to him, so that pass is going to fall incomplete.
Big down from the Rhinos there. Obviously keen to get the ball back after they've just scored. And you probably noticed the last couple of snaps from the Ravens centres have been a little bit off cue. A couple of low ones there. That all affects your timing there, Kenny.
Yes, absolutely. And we've seen that's been an ongoing theme throughout the game for all 3 matchups today. Templar back into punt. Could go either way here at a pretty average punt. It's a fake here. They give us to Bessie. Bessie, can he go for the first down? I think his long, lanky body might be enough to get them a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be a close call, isn't it?
They might even bring out the chainsaw measure here, but I'm waiting for a call from any referee here. One referee suggesting it's first down Rhinos. And it looks like the sideline judge, you would have think, and they're going to say first down here for the Ravens. Look at that on replay. It's the 2nd fake punt we've seen today. Saw the one by Ella2 before the Jets, and this one is straight snap to the up back. Mitchell Bessie, and he does enough to stretch the line over. The veteran receiver knowing what to do when you're near the first down marker there, but he earns his offense another crack at this drive. 2 fake punts we've seen today.
Yeah, that was crucial, wasn't it? And certainly a game of inches. That's all he needed, just enough to get to that first down, and they got the good spot from the refs there.
Now look at this. Who is lining up at quarterback for the Ravens? Is it Holiday Miller or is it Tierney? Or is it Bessie behind them? It's a give to Holiday Miller, who's going to follow the block of Bessie this time around, and he's going to fall forward for maybe a yard.
Yeah, I guess a bit of a modified wildcat, or I'm not sure what you'd call that,
Yeah,
but well read by the Rhinos. They just flow to that play and shut it down outside.
I personally like to call it the Dirty Bird by the Ravens. But yeah, Ravens definitely trying to use a lot of trickery to their play here, and ultimately not doing a whole lot to the Rhinos defense. They're just treating it as as the offense that it is, and they're playing some solid defense, and that was a no gain there by the Ravens. The 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Yeah, it still comes down to fundamental football, doesn't it? Trying to get the play right. Reading when the ball's outside. Looks like that's a 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remaining in this quarter. Score is 14-6 in favor of the men in purple from Bayside. They're currently in possession now, trying to orchestrate a 2-minute drive that will extend their lead here going into halftime.
How the Ravens normally when they lead at halftime?
Oh, look, they haven't been run up from behind too often, I don't believe. So I think for them, definitely a lead at halftime is something they definitely want. An awkward snap collected by Tierney, but he's hit rookie receiver Alex Swaysland. Can he take it any further? He cuts it up. He's got to head upfield, young fella. And he's going to duck his head and get taken down there inside the red zone for the Rhinos. A big reception by the young wide receiver Alex Swaysland.
Well, that changes everything now, doesn't it? Look where they are on the field.
Absolutely. It's a nice reception there. A deep slant by the by number 23 there. Looks for his blocks and taken down by the trailing defenders by the Rhinos. But 1:20 remaining. Clock is still running. But the Ravens in much better position than they were. 1 play ago. Tierney. Snaps good. He's looking for Edwards. Edwards goes up high, but even Superman can't make that catch. Falls incomplete, but gosh, got to appreciate the acrobatics there. Looking for that little drag route, coach.
Yeah, got the cartwheel action going right at the end there. I didn't see any perfect 10s, but Nadia Comaneci might have been happy with that, though.
I must say, I'm kind of glad Mitch Tierney is as short as he is, because it means we get to see all these acrobatic plays when he's getting that ball to his receivers. So, sure, it'd be effective if he was another foot taller, but not nearly as interesting. 1:10 remaining in this, or approximately 1:10 remaining in this period. The give is to Tierney. He's going to look for Bessie, but it's incomplete. Not only is it incomplete, it's an interception there. The pick made by number 35. Brad Boland, who's made a couple of big tackles there, and now he's picked off the Ravens when they're in their own red zone. So big play there by the Rhinos, and they deny the Ravens a shot here, and there's still time for them to try to get a sneaky store in before halftime.
Yeah, Brad's been around a while, hasn't he? And that's really important for the Rhinos, getting the ball back on a drive that almost looks certain the Ravens are going to put some more points on.
So 106, at least by our estimation. So there's approximately 1 minute remaining there. They've got a couple of quick strike scores on this Rhinos offense.
Considering how well the Ravens have been moving the ball, I don't think the Rhinos will be too upset going down 14-6 into the first half. But let's just see what they have in terms of these quick home run plays we know that Jared's famous for.
Stegman takes a low snap. Steps up in the pocket. He's looking for Ravlich. Ravlich wisely gets the ball and ducks out of bounds and picks up a first down. A well-designed play there on first down. Rhinos moving the ball now, just over a minute remaining.
Yeah, that's smart football.
It's one of those situations here where you want to try and get to the outsides. And eventually the Ravens are probably going to start protecting against those outsides, but that's when you take your opportunity down the middle. So all the things you've got to think about when you're a quarterback here, and that's why it's one of the toughest positions to play.
Yeah, the execution on that last play is just 100%. Just like Madden, getting that first down, getting out of bounds, hardly any time off the clock. and in a position where you can start moving up the field a little bit more and not being too worried about having your backs against the wall.
Snap here on first down. Stegman releases the ball on a 3-step drop. He's looking for Ravlich again. Overthrown. And pass falls incomplete. Second down.
Yeah, not the end of the world on that play. The ball going out over the sideline where no one else could have retrieved it. So still passing down, obviously. Rhinos looking to stay in the game.
Interesting to see the what sort of defensive coordinator Christian Tangles McCarty comes out here with his Ravens unit. He's going to be very fatigued. He just got off a 15-hour flight from LA and then followed by a 2-hour drive up here. So hope he's got his thinking cap on straight today. And they're going to keep testing these outsides. This time the pass intended to number 82, who is James Colashaw, who's picked up a reception today, but he's been targeted 3 times. That goes off his hands, and that's going to set up a 3rd and long here for the Rhinos. As we see a slight personnel change up. What do you reckon here? They still aim for theirs outside, or this is where they try to hit the middle of this defense here at the moment?
I thought down the right side was probably the go. They've gone there a couple of times, some good receptions. Obviously, Rhinos taking a little bit of time to think about what they're going to do here. They're quite a critical down here, 3rd and 10. They obviously want to convert to get themselves a little bit closer. Not the worst thing in the world for the Ravens to have a bit of a break here to also have to think about what they need to do to shut this down, finish off the half.
Absolutely. We might take a quick break ourselves as they take a timeout. We'll be back in a moment. And we're back here after that timeout, and we're about to see that here. Kenny Andres, resident voice of Gridiron Queensland, joined here by Toowoomba stalwart of the Vultures here, Paul Holgate. Been on the collar off with me all day. Stegman here lines up on this 3rd and long situation. A change from running back here. It was the man who had the big carry from tailback early in the game, which is Johnny Nico. Colashaw in motion now. 3 receivers out to Stegman's right, and it's going to be a pitch to the left. They're going to go back to that toss play again. Ben O'Connor caught in a good block there. Missed tackle there, and he's going to finally take the hit there just about in the Ravens 30-yard line. But the running average now for Nico looking impressive. The 2 toss plays culminating what seems approximately about like 60 or 70 yards combined. And the big play there was O'Connor getting caught. We might run that again. And you might just see number 43, O'Connor. See him get blocked in there, and he springs it to the outside, and that sets up the big run play there. So big, courageous play call there to call a toss play on 3rd down by Dan Clark, but it pays off.
Yeah, obviously the number 5 then at tailback, a specific play, a sweep to the outside to him, well executed, and able to have the speed to finish the run off.
So another pass play here by Stegman. He's going to have to dance and prance here. He's going to look downfield. He's being pressured. Nada Togufu. Now it's Moranth. Oh, no, Nada Togufu. Now it's number 99. Haven't called his name in a little while. It's name escapes me, surprisingly. Togufu number 7, the initial defender there. And he finishes it off there, the defensive tackle for the Bayside Ravens.
It's almost 2 steps forward, 1 step back for the Rhinos. They do a lot of good work getting down the field, but then something like that, and the Ravens D just blowing it up.
Yeah, you expect a quarterback like that to make the decision to just hurl that ball out of bounds, but he is an athletic quarterback, and I can understand him chancing his footwork to try and save him there, but the Ravens defense too athletic on that play. Snap to Stegman on this 2nd and a mile. It's passed to no one there, falls incomplete, and that's going to set up 3rd and a mile. Mona Solomona, thanks to my president and Aaron McCarty there, he's clearly watching in. Mona Solomona, I completely forgot. Called his name enough last year. You'd think I'd remember, but Solomona there will be credited for the sack on Stegman there, which has put them in this very awkward offensive predicament.
It's quite interesting to look at the Ravens' defensive players. They all seem tall, fit, fast guys. You look at the Rhinos; they're big, powerfully built, so quite contrasting in the body types, but
absolutely,
they're both getting the job done. Very good game first half so far.
And the Ravens are only going to rush 4. Over the middle, he finds Colashaw. Colashaw, can he get the first? He's going to be very close. It doesn't look like it from my end here, but it will be enough to set them up for a 4th and short if they want to go for it. Flags down in the backfield there. Don't know if we caught it on camera. Nice play there by Stegman. He looks over the middle, finds Colashaw, and we're not going to catch what happened in the backfield. Could have been a hold, but you can see there much better footage from the camera there that he is short of the first down. But it looks like it could have been a hold on the Rhinos because they are marching back. And how disappointing. Well, it was a fantastic play there from Stegman to Colashaw.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not going to happen.
Would that have been about 4th and 2 or something then? And it's certainly the Rhinos in striking distance going to go for it. But now it's 3rd and maybe 35 or something similar to that.
Something crazy like that. Yeah, you probably wouldn't be too far off with 3rd and 35. Oh, 3rd and 35 there. Ravens, we'll see if they send the house here, if they're just going to trust their 4 men up front to handle the business. Solomona, he's looking to get his 2nd sack. He's broken through, but the ball is gone and is caught in a little hook and ladder looking play there to Gooding there. I don't know if that was designed, but Gooding tried to get that ball out, or if he maybe just got hit out of him, but the pass falls incomplete. Take a look over here, Coach. Tell me if that's a hook and ladder to you. You see the ball flip out there.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was designed or not, but it certainly did pop out, and
I'm going to deem that incomplete, and it's going to set them up for a 4th and 45 we're being given here. And we're going to definitely punt that away. Now, what's interesting, they don't have usual punter in, which has been Ravlich. I know he had a couple of hamstring injuries a couple of weeks ago, but now in for him is number 18. Which is Eddie Kokwa, the All-Australian kicker. Looks like he's going back, so interesting to see if the punting change was forced or if it's tactical.
What's Kokwa's background? Did he play a bit of AFL, or he's certainly got a boot on him?
He certainly has. You know, very few people will actually go for Australian camp purely to kick, but he earned his spot and he's got the title now as Australia's kicker, and he puts up a pretty decent punt here. And it's going to fall inside the 20. Edwards is going to be forced to... Oh, gosh, he probably gave his coaches a heart attack there being so close to the ball, but he lets it go, and the Rhinos reward the good punt with a good kick chase, and they will take they'll force the Ravens to play out of their own 10-yard line. Looks like it's about on their own 7, maybe 6.
Yeah, certainly the end of the field you want to be playing with. Ravens got a long way down the other end of the field. Not a lot of time left. Not sure how accurate that clock is, but Rhinos will be happy to keep them down here, that's for sure.
So the Ravens might have to try to swing this long. Bessie's probably the fastest of all these wide receivers, although all of them are capable of taking it to the house. But we'll see. Coach Rowe does love his screens, and maybe now would be a good time if those players start backing off defending that deep pass, but they're just going to kneel it out here with the last couple of seconds remaining in the game. And they're going to take it into the lead, take the game into the lead with a 8-point lead over the Rhinos. So referee David Hodkinson holds the ball above his head. right, back here for the second half action here in this 2 vs 3 playoff matchup here in Gridiron, Queensland for 2015. Live from Toowoomba with a beautiful fireworks show behind us, definitely not lightning, as Hoogadike restarts us here with an awkward looking kick that's going to bounce back to Gooding. Into the bread basket it goes, people slipping and sliding everywhere, and O'Connor and the combination of also number 57, I think it's Chris Wheatley who's changed numbers, number 20. All making plays there on the special teams unit, and the Rhinos will come back and try to even the game up here, trailing currently by 8. They will start the first offensive drive for the second half of this game at the 31-yard line.
Sure, the Rhinos are happy to start the second half with the ball, not having to chase the Ravens around the field too much, get into this game and try and even it up, or at least close that gap.
Absolutely, and yeah, hearing the ambience noise picked up as we're doing some double rooming here. We've got a 40th birthday party as Stegman looks for Ravlich in double coverage, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by Bailey and number 19, John Finn. Bringing up a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Where else would you want to spend your 40th birthday, mate? Other than a playoff football game literally right out the window.
Exactly.
Sounded like a bit of depression coming in that voice, mate.
Yes, sounding like someone's about 6 months away from being 40 themselves, so drop it, please.
Quick draw play there by the Rhinos, effectively run. A nice little stutter step there by the fullback in Stevenson, and he gets past the defender, which was the middle linebacker, Nada Togafu. And that sets them up for a much shorter 3rd down. A nice little move put on there by the fullback. Take a look at this draw play, coach. Fake that, and look at him shorten up the steps and beating the middle linebacker there, who's certainly no slouch, and Nada Togafu.
Yeah, that was a key part of that play, beating that number 7. Nice little footwork, accelerating through. Before that, he probably would have ended up at 4 or 5 yards short of where he got. So nice 3rd and short situation.
3rd and we'll call it 4 yards here, maybe closer to 3. No one in the backfield with Stegman. He's alone. He's got 5 wide receivers out there. He's got it Gooding open, wide open. He's beaten Party. He's going to take it all the way. He's at the 20, the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Rhinos. 14. Well, they tied up now here with it. Well, they don't tie it up. There'll be a 2-point conversion away from tying up, but that Gooding, I did mention at the start of the game, he's going to be the receiver to watch out. And number 14 in Gooding. He had a fantastic game against him last time, and he finds himself open. I don't know if that was a busted coverage or if that was a blitz there. And then he beats the free safety there and wheels his way into the end zone.
The defensive back was there. Could have made the tackle, but just slipped in the mud by the looks of it.
However, hold the phone. They're coming back here. I see a flag below the feet of David Hodkinson, the white hat referee today. And I'm seeing some frustration shown by the Rhinos. Holding is the call by the Rhinos. They're going to wipe that away. We're going to see, maybe we'll run that on replay, see if there is a hold that we can see. And I think it might be the left guard there who just reaches out, gets beaten by, I think it's Alan Steinholt. And unfortunately, that is going to wipe away what was a magnificent play from this Rhinos offense.
It's such a shame there. That would have certainly changed the situation of the game. Now they're 3rd and 13, you would imagine.
All right, spread set here. Stegman, Stevenson in the backfield with him. All receivers on a pattern. He's getting chased out of the pocket. He delivers a long ball to nobody. If anything, it was going to be Matthew Olay, the safety there for the Ravens, and it falls incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and what should have been a touchdown 2 plays ago is now going to be a punting situation for the trailing Rhinos.
Be interested to see how Jared Stegman bounces back from that when what would have possibly been a certain touchdown had not that holding call been given by the referees. He holds his head up. The Rhinos continue their strong defensive efforts. We're still in a game here.
And not only Stegman there, it's hard as an offense when you see it. Fantastic pressure on the punter by Matthew Bailey, the special teams ace. That's going to be collected on the 4 by Luke Edwards. Edwards has got some room around the outside. He's got a block. He's got another block. He's up the right-hand side with more people in his way. He's got 3 runners in pursuit. He's going to give him the in and out. Now the in. Now a touchdown. Luke Edwards, but flags it down. Hold your applause. Flags it down back at the 50-yard line there. whistlings there, and we're not sure what it's for. Very likely in a big broken play like that, a block in the back is always looking to rear its head there.
Yeah, you almost expect the flag on those long plays, don't you? There's so much that can develop, so many things that can go wrong. We'll just have to see exactly who that's on.
It looks like both teams have accepted the two units going on. I'm seeing the Ravens offensive unit coming on back towards their side of the field, so I think they've accepted this one's coming back. And a holding penalty shown. So there it is. Two holding penalties, knocking back two long touchdowns there. Gooding having his touchdown erased. Now Luke Edwards having touchdown number 2 erased via punt return. So holding the touchdown reaper of both teams at the moment.
Yeah, well, you got to hand it to the refs here, finding that call, getting it right. You'd hate to have that go against you, and long home run plays like that, and not picked up by the refs. But they've done a great job all day, these refs.
Tierney, backfield, Holiday Miller and Steinold, I think that might be. They're going to put a heavy lead here. Holiday Miller's going to find some blocks, and he's going to get about 4, maybe 5 yards out of that.
It's almost a given, isn't it, on the first down for the Ravens, picking up 3, 4, 5 yards, always starting second and 5 or so.
And it certainly makes play calling a lot easier, and when you're not having to call a pass play or make up so many yards on that second down, and you're in a position to either take a short or look for something more intermediate, it certainly, or even short, it certainly makes things a lot easier and allows you to play calls with a lot more oxygen going through your veins. And the give is to Holiday Miller once again. He keeps his pad level low, but not as low as his linebackers ahead of him. Flags thrown in late towards the back and towards the Rhinos side of the field. Trying to see what it might have been there. Not sure what it been. I didn't see much physical action happening on the back end there, but a lot of jawing happening between Rhinos and Ravens players. The referees still having a campfire story about it. Oh, potential shot blocks perhaps. Either that or head referee Dave Losgan really disagrees with something that his counterpart has said. So I don't think there was a chop block, or it might have been illegal blocking below the waist. Happened. Maybe try to cut that. Maybe we can get one more replay of that there and see if what happened there now that we know what we're looking for. Can't see exactly where it happened. Maybe it was there by number 55 by the Ravens, which is the experienced tackle of Dylan Harrison there. But penalty's been made. The Ravens have to make those yards back. It's second down now. Looking long is Tierney. Templar was the intended receiver, but it falls short of him. And that's going to bring up a third and even longer.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been a flag almost there for a push-off, but I think the right decision by the referee. Let the play develop. The ball really wasn't there to be caught.
So, yes, he said a lot of referees would go there, but the ball wasn't going to be caught by anyone there, so they call that uncatchable. And it's going to set up 3rd and 20. And we'll see if they try to go short of the first down here and earn the yards after the catch, or if they just try to haul it all in one piece. They've definitely got the receivers to do so. And whistle this one dead. It was a hard count. You can see Tierney simulate a snap there. I don't know if it was a defensive jump there or a false start. My money's on a false start there.
Wasn't sure whether he choked on one of those chicken bones that you might have brought up from the KFC earlier, but certainly looked like he did the job, caught him offside, I believe.
Which not as convenient in 3rd and 20, often used in a 3rd and sort of less than 5 situation. And yeah, it certainly looks like the defense moved early there. So we should see a neutral zone infraction or encroachment, as they call it, actually, if you touch a offensive player. No, false start on the Ravens. So we could have seen here the refs are in a much better position than we were, so they're going to call that false start on the Ravens.
Yeah, interesting call in 3rd and long. You wonder later on when maybe they do need the Rhinos to jump offside. They're not going to. They've already played that card.
Yes, as I said, it's something you usually use when you're under 5 yards there, where you know you can get the cheeky 5 yards, but they use it on 3rd and long. Whether it's just a mix-up, I'm not sure. Maybe trying to mix up the counts there, but it's going to be a short pass to Edwards, who makes the first man miss. Can he turn upfield now? He can, but it still doesn't seem like it'll be enough. Gets back past the original line of scrimmage, but that's going to set up a 4th down in a liking punty situation. We should see Templar come back on the field. As we do, we might take a quick thank you again to Direct Care Resources, or DCR, our lead sponsor for today. Big thanks to Aaron McCarty and the crew there for helping the Ravens out and sponsoring the live stream today. We'll have an ad read coming up for them a little later in the half. 4th down now. Templar set to punt. 2 returners set back for the Rhinos. Templar boots it. Awkward looking punt that's collected. It's bobbled. Can the Ravens get back on it? There's a scramble for it now. We've got purple bodies and red bodies flying everywhere around the 20-yard line. Ravens are signaling purple ball. We're going to have the referees to get a call here, but the Ravens look optimistic. What can we make from this situation here? I don't see any Rhinos fighting for it either. And up comes Ben O'Connor, the scrappy cornerback. And I haven't still got a call. He came up with a ball, but we still haven't got an official call. It is 1st down Ravens. The muffed punt. Takes a Raven bounce. Let's see, snaps happening here. Clearly I've had too much KFC this evening. Did we catch that on replay there?
What, the KFC or?
And you can see that we don't quite catch it in camera, but you see that ball come up and the pile begins. And the Ravens win out that fight for the ball there. So they advance their field position via a muffed punt, and they start now right at the edge of the red zone. Timeout taken by the Ravens here. We might take one ourselves, as we think Hemmett gives parts of Hemmett. Contact them for all your trucking needs. Thanks for keeping the Ravens trucking along here in 2015. Back here after that timeout there. Mitch Tierney now gifted with fantastic field position. Another chance of this drive. We've got Bessie inside. He gives it to Holiday Miller, who's going to find some space and get taken by the bootstraps there. Flag comes flying in late there by the umpire. Don't know if we've got his name officially here in this game. I don't think that is. Is that Nick Day at umpire? I don't think it is. But the flag looking like it's against the Ravens here.
I believe Nick Day is out there. He's in the far corner, but he wasn't the one that threw the flag there. And
it's on the Ravens. Did you get the call there?
No, it didn't. Possibly might have been a late hit on someone who was already on the ground. It was a nice run before that.
And a pass here from Tierney to Regan Webb. Is that a catch and fumble, or is that going to be incomplete? It didn't hear a whistle. That very well is a catch and fumble there. The catch made by Regan Webb, and then he makes a football move and a fumble happens, but we're going to get the official call here by referee Hodkinson.
Looks like the referee on that side, Nick Day, is motioning that the ball was not actually secured. Maybe it was moving in the hands. So this may actually just come down to just being an incomplete pass. They're still discussing it.
And if that's the case, the Ravens are going to be very disappointed. First down, Rhinos. So they're going to deem a football move got made. And Regan Webb had enough of possession to deem possession there, and the fumble comes out and recovered by the Rhinos.
Yeah, something going right for the Rhinos. They've had a few things just where the ball's been turned over back to the other team. So let's see if they can get things going here.
But Ravens coaches have got to be disappointed here. Their red zone stats not looking impressive. No,
it's certainly been in striking range, and at times they do look the stronger side, but the Rhinos, to their credit, staying in this game.
Yeah, the intercept earlier in the game, and also the fumble there happening in that play there in the red zone. So twice they're denied red zone action here as the Ravens DB starts bailing out. The completion there to Gooding, but he tackled immediately by the Ravens there. John Finn on the tackle, and a short completion there for the Rhinos. Second and 8 upcoming here for the Rhinos after that first down completion. Two receivers either side. Big tight end wide receiver Ravlich inside on the right slot. And it's another draw play here. It's Stevenson. He makes the first man miss and then trucks over the next defender and bowls over himself for a couple of yards.
Yeah, well designed play there. He probably would have hoped to get a couple more yards. Nice tackle just to finish it off. Brings a 3rd and 4th situation here.
Yes, and I've called him Stevenson for the last couple of drives. It's actually Peterson. My apologies. The number 31, the fullback there. And third down here. We'll see if this talented defensive front of the Ravens will dial the pressure, or will they get beaten by the brilliance of Jared Stegman. Stegman drops back, 3-step drop, looks for number 81. And it hits his hand, but it hit immediately, and it falls incomplete. Pass intended there, number 81, which is Chiam James. But the coverage there by the Ravens, and they deny them the third down conversion and bring up fourth down, and then comes the punting unit.
Awkward looking to hit that. By rights, I think he should have caught that one. Might have been a first down. I think it probably would have been.
And once again, the even keel nature of Jared Stegman as you see him come to the sideline. Nothing seems to rattle him. He just knows there'll be another down to play football. And is this a fake? Nope, it's the punter looking for a bit more room. Drops it down, and this looks like it should be. Luke Edwards is going to pick it up, and he's going to find the right-hand room again. Can he find more blocks? This time he's got number 18 to beat. He hurdles him. Not quite, but he leaves quite the spectacle for us here in Toowoomba. Wow. Completely legally tries there, unsuccessfully though, I might add. And you see him, he finds a space there. Most coaches would tell him to get away, but he wants some action here. He picks up some great blocks and tries to hurdle a man who isn't exactly bending over for it. But look, he gets up and he picks up maybe another cheeky couple of yards from that hurdle.
Yeah, why not? I'm flat out getting 6 inches off the ground, so if you can do that, go ahead.
So for anyone over in the States or Canada or Europe looking for athletes, we've certainly got enough from here in Gridiron, Queensland. Just watch that highlight there for a clear example.
Looks like Alan Steinhorn. Is he playing fullback here?
And it also looks like Gary Holiday Miller is playing quarterback. So some more of that dirty bird formation here. Holiday Miller up the right-hand edge. Cuts it back inside. And is going to get taken down there, but collects a nice little 6, maybe 7-yard gain there as the acoustic music starts to soothe our souls here in the commentary box. Do we have to pay royalties for this, John?
Is this knocking on Kenny's door, is it?
He does it again. He does it again. One more and I'll deem the whole gates are open.
Well, you ordered the whole gate, not the half gate, so I'm bringing it all.
Speaking about gates, this is a modified swinging looking gate. Another big power play here, eerily similar to the Gold Coast formation they used against the Ravens in the Sun Bowl a year ago now, and that nets a couple of yards and sets them up for a 3rd and short. The Ravens throwing a whole bunch of different packages at them in this game here.
Yeah, very hard to play. Just the change up of the look of the offense. Defense have got to keep guessing where the ball's going to come from. You can only do that if you're very well drilled, which the Ravens certainly are.
As someone who's watching the well-drilledness of both these teams, who ironically is covering his face right now, is men's Queensland Sun Devils coach Steve Box, who is taking a look at some of his future stars here. He's also volunteering here at the Vultures to run the chain gang in this rainy weather which has returned. How's his experience and presence been for you? We've talked about it a couple of times, but we can talk about it some more. How's his experience been to this resurging Vultures club?
Oh, it's great. His knowledge is so widespread, as well as being deep as well. Like the things that he brings to the club, stuff that can only come with years and experience, and just his teaching style is it's pretty clear his influence on our club.
He's very I see a referee just gone by a water bottle though. Yeah, you can tell he's a very hands-on sort of guy, and you can definitely tell his education background. Those that don't know, he's a pretty big-time principal.
Yep, and as you see, the light rain starting to fall again, so...
and I can see him regretting his decision to grab a chain as we speak, as Bessie takes this run from the same formation to the outside. Was that enough for a 1st down? He managed to sneak it from the fake punt earlier in the game. Was his 6'4" frame enough to get the 1st down in that situation? I'm not sure. It's looking like a pretty friendly spot. Nope, just short they are deeming it. So the Ravens will be faced here with a 4th and inches upcoming, and surely they'll take a punt here, or shall they take a kick? Will they line up for a field goal? But I don't see the field goal unit coming on, so it looks like they're probably going to try and punch us in with Darius Holiday-Miller. Just remember to those, you can tweet in with the hashtag BirdtownTV. We'll take your reading messages there, and you can tweet out your thoughts, your support, as Bessie is going to be lining up at the quarterback position here on this short yardage situations. To the right he goes. He's going to lean forward, and it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. 1st down, Ravens. So they're going to have a 1st down and goal situation. This red zone has not been friendly for them so far in this game, but this is the best, the closest they've been in a little while.
Yeah, they're obviously looking to put a stamp on the end of this game. Is getting towards the end of this 3rd quarter. Another score here will certainly make the Rhinos have a lot of chasing to do.
And Wiles tweeting in there in support of partner Jacob Templar. I'd like to say that she's watching from far away, but she's about 20 feet from me. And the rain, it's come back. Fortunately, the lightning hasn't come with it. This rain is coming down in this Gridiron Queensland playoff matchup as Bessie runs the same play, but this time for a touchdown. Ravens add another one on the board there via Mitchell Bessie playing in the quarterback position. Ravens extend their lead 20-6, 2-point conversion to come. They literally persisted with the same play that entire, well, at the back end of that drive, where they just kept running that sort of overloaded right side with Holiday-Miller, and then they put Bessie in there, and they said, we're going to score off this if it takes us all night. And that it almost did with 4:01 remaining in this this quarter. Bessie's going to remain in at the quarterback position. Again, the exact same formation. However, I'm just checking if that tackle is eligible in that play. And Bessie's going to have to use his speed, and it won't be enough. A nice big play making there. Number 6 for the Rhinos. stops him in the backfield. That's Bo Anderson.
Yeah, really important to get a stop there. That keeps them only 14 points in front. A Rhino score here soon, and will make the last part of the game quite interesting.
Seeing Stegman warming up again with some of his pass catches as he's a couple of plays away. We're going to take just a short break here as kickoff resumes, and we'll be back in a minute. Back here, Hugerdijk set to return us back into action as Gooding and Joe Rasmussen, who's going to take that kick off. He's going to find some space on the right hand side, and nice return there, brings it up to the 30-yard line, and the Rhinos will take another chance of playing catch up here. Have not led or tied the game at any point of this game so far. They again find themselves 2 scores down. 4:01 approximately remaining in this quarter. No time for panic yet, Coach? And they still running the same offense, or?
Yeah, I don't think they should panic yet. I mean, experience of Jared Stegman should be all they need at this stage. I mean, one quick score here, and you know, you'll see the Rhino sidelines certainly get animated if that happens.
Absolutely. Joe Chilmavave now joining the offensive line, trying to see if he's as a lineman or if he's at a tight end. Looks like he'll be playing right tackle. 2-by-2 formation, and a receiver in tight to the line of scrimmage. Stegman, quarterback draw, takes it up the middle. Can he beat one? Gets taken down by the bootlaces there by Togafu. And the draw picking up maybe 6 yards. 7 yards if you count the stretch of the ball there. Yeah, 7 yards sounds about correct. We've got 2nd and 3 upcoming. Get a bit of music with your live streaming tonight here.
Yeah, good Australian theme. Paul Kelly classics. If you're watching this from overseas, or maybe later on watching this as a replay.
Get some of that into you. The toss play again to Nico, but doesn't work as effectively as the first 2 times did. And we're seeing a late flag come in from Hodgkinson. It very well could be on Jace Leon there, the All-Australian defensive end who fell into the play late. He's claiming that it was an accident, but the referees might not see it that way.
Yeah, number 5 there. Looks like he picked up a little bit of an injury at the end of that, and he's certainly the one that
Face mask. Maybe we get a replay of that, and we'll see what exactly went on there. We've seen there's a face mask that's been called, and I think, yes. So it wasn't coming in late, it was Leon, and I think he's known what he's done. That's why he stuck the hand up, acknowledging his mistake, and he will have to wear that penalty now as the face mask extends them 15 yards, so that's some nice easy yardage for this Rhino offense that moves them into Raven territory.
Exactly what I was going to say. It puts them in a good position there inside the 40 and on the attack. 1st and 10 is what the Rhinos are looking for.
Again, the 2-by-2 set. Nico on the backfield. Immediate toss there to number 82, Colashaw, and it nets a good gain. Might have even been a 1st yard.
Nice play.
The hot read there by Stegman, just immediately snap and throw, and yeah, indeed, and that's them a 1st down. Fantastic work by the veteran quarterback.
Do you think Stegman's a little bit rusty?
If he is, he certainly doesn't look it. You know, he's doing all well. He's surprisingly, he's not running as much as I thought he may. He's still looking at rhythm, and he's back in his throw. So obviously, the time in the semi-professional leagues overseas in Europe has done him well. And we all know he's a talented guy, but still look like he's performing today. I think that this Ravens defense is also just doing a very good job.
Yeah, I think you've got to give props to the Ravens D. They've
fake here to the for Stegman. Tries to hit his receiver there. The receiver can't quite make it there.
Yeah, I thought the receiver pulled out of that pass a little too early. You've got the old T-Rex arms out there.
You look him across the middle there. I think he might have had a peek up there. Yeah, you see the cheeky look over, and I think he might have seen the middle linebacker or the safety screaming across there. And I think, yeah, exactly right. We saw the old T-Rex Todd Pinkston arms there. So
I think if that hit was coming, it would have reconstructed his DNA. It was a big one coming. He just said, "No, I'm not going to be part of that. Thank you very much."
So the incomplete pass there. No, effectively no harm done. 2nd and 10 here for Stegman and his receiving core. Ravlich and Gooding both lined up out wide to the right. So going to give up to middle to Nico. Nico can break some tackles, can that boy, and he earns himself a big chunky yardage. Might have even got a first down. Can't quite make out the angle here.
Yeah, he's a good runner, this guy. Makes people miss. Good speed, good vision.
Obviously we saw his wheels on that early running play where he got around the right edge and almost turned it into a touchdown. The play eventually leading into a touchdown, which was the slant play to Gooding. As we see, I don't know if that was a timeout there, but time has resumed here.
Took number 8 here on the sideline. He's picked up an arm injury, possibly collarbone or something similar, so he's out of the game.
Maguire for the Rhinos. For those watching at home, it looks like his day is over.
This is a free play, I think.
It was, I believe, and the play got batted down by the line. And I'm a betting man, and I'm going to put my money on Elijah Sinapati, who is quite regularly batting plays down. But I might want to eat my own words because I can't quite see him on the field. So a replay on that.
Well, I thought the defense did jump. I can't see. Oh, yes, there is a flag on the far side. So as the QB Stegman threw the ball, it looked like his arm was hit. Ball popped up and it was on for young and old. But should be a penalty against the Ravens, I would think.
Likely offside here. And confirmed there by referee Hodkinson. Offside on the defense. KFC out early is a bit offside. And Stegman in the shotgun now. He's got Gooding lined up very wide. And he's looked underneath there and he's looked early for that. And John Finn's jumped that route very early. You see Gooding standing in the end zone with his hands up there. Stegman felt like he was going to hit that flat route very early and it comes out awkwardly and falls incomplete, setting up a 2nd and 5 here. Yeah,
the ball well short of the target. You wonder whether it possibly was a little bit wet, didn't get the ball how he wanted it to. Still not a bad situation, 2nd at about 5. And how far out are they, Kenny? Can you see?
It looks like they're, I'm trying to draw the lines here. Looks like the ball is on the
10?
15, I think it actually might be the 15.
15.
And 15-yard line here. As we're seeing the spread formation remain here for the Rhinos. Stegman dropping back. Flood concept there. He's going to tuck the ball and he's going to bring it back up. Can he find a receiver? No, the ball again comes out of their hand very awkwardly and falls well short of his receiver. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 there, Paul.
Yeah, you wonder when one of these is going to stick because the guys are getting open.
Absolutely. They're finding the gaps. They're calling the right concepts against this coverage. It seems like there's a lot of zone coverage they're facing. Finding the soft spots, but Stegman maybe put the mocker on him saying that he was rusty because he hasn't been able to put some tack on those passes yet, at least not on this drive. Another partner for one of the Ravens chiming in, Jordan Picard-Shaw, partner of Darius Holiday-Miller, wishing them well.
Number 5 in the backfield there. What's he going to do? They're going to go back to the sweep again.
They have gone to that tighter formation. Will they go for it? And there's going to be a nice handoff here. And look at him just stay low and keep the legs churning. And he's gained a fair chunk of yardage there, but those whistles did come in flying at some point.
That was a great effort. It looked like Alan Steinhawk got a piece of him early, but just slipped off that tackle. Great effort from the running back, and we are 1st and goal.
1st and goal indeed.
About maybe 7 yards out or something similar.
As Gooding has been for them, and Stegman obviously is a name we're calling out a fair bit. Nico has definitely been an X factor for them in the game so far for the Rhinos. Motion here, Colashaw now moving to the right side of the offensive formation. And Stegman doesn't like what he sees. Looks like he's going to take a timeout and take a chance to think about it.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they need the points here. Let's get it right first,
no.
they're probably thinking.
Take that. He didn't take a timeout. It's actually end of quarter here.
Okay, once again, the clock's pretty accurate here.
Yeah, well done to the clock guy. Do you happen to know who he is?
No, he's a mystery guy.
A mystery lone wolf. Possibly ruggedly handsome with a 19-year-old face when he's shaven. So as we look at the change of quarter here, these guys taking the long walk to the other side of the field. Ravens currently lead 20-6. And you are watching it live thanks to DCR Australia. We look to start the next quarter. I remind you, DCR provides care and accommodation to people with a disability and kids under child protection, with accommodation community houses from Toowoomba to Ipswich, Brisbane South and on the Gold Coast. So thanks again to DCR for funding the live stream today. Stegman, motion, Gooding out to the left now. Quick throw, and he was looking for the back shoulder fade for Ravlich there, but it's going to fall incomplete. You think that they're going to do that? They might want to look at matching up Ravlich, who looks like to me he sits at about 6'3", maybe 6'4", against the much shorter, albeit athletic Ben O'Connor, who's a lot more stout, and it looks like he stands maybe at the most at 5'9", 5'10". I think they might try to match him up in the goal line here, but they're going to keep him there, and the height is matched up between Jamal Party and Ravlich there as they try to sneak it up the middle, and it falls incomplete. Number 67, Elijah Sinapati, the defensive tackle on the play. Bringing up 3rd and goal. What are the chances here, mate? They haven't looked too strong up the middle. I mean, they have got a couple of running backs who've been looking all right with Peterson up the middle there, but this is a very stout defensive line, mate. A very athletic one there. Do they look at punching it in, or do they try to work those outsides again, which worked from the first time round? Well,
they're going 4 wide here. You possibly think that maybe slants or something is on the go here.
And they're going to go that toss play again, and it works, does it? Touchdown, Rhinos, it works again. This Johnny Nico, I believe it is, getting around the outside. The toss play has been very favorable to him this game, and they chop it down to a 1-possession lead, 20-12, the current score. They would love to be able to land a PAT here and try to bring this down to a 7-point game. And that's what they're lining up for, number 18. He's lining up with the kicker. That's Eddie Cockwer. As I said, he's a very talented, very experienced kicker. Represented Australia earlier this year at Canton, Ohio. Gets the kick up, and it's clean, and we've got a 7-point ball game, 20-13. The Rhinos have now shaved that lead to a 7-point game with the big bulk of a 4th quarter remaining. Coach, 1-possession game again.
Yeah, it starts to get interesting again now. Obviously, Rhinos finally rewarded for some good work punching it in from the goal line. Ravens good on defensive line there, but not enough to match it with the speed around the outside with the running back there.
Number 36 there for the Ravens came in a very sharp angle to try and blow that play up, but it really put him in bad position there. I think that might have been a Phoenix Pano. Came in too sharp, and the toss play beat him to the outside, and then Johnny Nico does what he needs to beat the last defender and gets inside. So 7-point game here, 10:50 approximately remaining in this quarter. And once again, we are coming to some 4th quarter action here. And the Ravens from the Bayside, taking on the Brisbane Rhinos here live from Toowoomba.
Yeah, bit of a contrasting game between these two compared to when they played last, Kenny.
Absolutely, and I mean one of the biggest significant differences is the man tossing the football, and that's Jared Stegman. Put him in any team and he's going to make a significant difference. And Kokwa launches that ball deep and likely for a touchback, and that's exactly what it is. Ravens will take possession at the 20. And the Rhinos, let's see if they can use the momentum from that offensive drive to stem up a turnover here for them. That would be huge. The Ravens need to extend that lead once more. Will it be through the passing game of Mitch Tierney, or will Darius get it churning through the ground again?
Yeah, it seems a while since we've seen the Ravens offense out there. I don't think the Rhinos will be too upset starting on the Ravens 20-yard line, so no return against them there. Ravens should have their tails up trying to close this one out, get a quick 3 and out, see if they get the ball back soon.
Too early to be churning that clock, mate?
Well, it is a little bit early, but Rhinos, they need the ball.
Tierney in a quarterback here. Awkward snap. Fight for the ball. Rhinos excited. Lights are going out everywhere. And it's a Raven ball, it looks like. No, am I changing it on? I saw one signal going. No, Rhino ball. Rhino first down. There is a Rhino down. Lights are back on here in the commentary room. The Rhinos, just as I say it, looking for a turnover. They get one. Fumble snap. We'll see what we can get happen. What happens here. It doesn't even look like it makes the thing there. I don't even see it leave the center. Is it a situation where the center might have thought that the quarterback was under center, or maybe it just hit the ground when he tried it? Then we've got a Rhino down at the moment. I can't make a number out. You can see him come out of the pile there. Take a look at the... Yes. It looks like maybe he just hits that ground and the angles awkwardly, but the Ravens lose the ball via a muffed snap. Still trying to make it. It's number 66, the mystery man. He got a sack earlier in the game. Yeah, definitely don't have him on my team sheet, I don't believe. But he's going to be making his way off the field to the applause of his teammates. He's had a fantastic game for them today. Jeez, Rhinos taking possession in the red zone of the Ravens early in the fourth quarter, trailing by 7 points, Coach.
Yeah, 66. He's happy. He's up. He might have been down for a while, but he could have been really instrumental in the reason why that ball ended up changing hands. Perhaps he's guessed the snap count. He might have even slapped it out of the hand of the center. Who knows? But Rhinos back with the ball. This is going to get interesting.
I've seen some of these offensive linemen for the Rhinos limping up to the line. See if the Ravens defensive line can overwhelm them here. Ravlich in motion, right to left. Snap, fake toss, and Stegman is taken down hard by Monasolomona. Oh, take a look at that. It all happened bang, bang. I don't know if it was a miscommunication, if it was a fake toss, but yeah, no, it was by design. And Monasolomona is certainly not falling for that, and he punched Stegman for trying to fake out his side. A bit of Uncle Cracker playing in the back there. Much to the disgust of our producer, John Devine.
Lecker.
And taken down there is Nico. Big tackle made there by Steinort. And so the Rhinos in a hole now after that. Looks like a 3rd and 17. So they started well. The Ravens defense have stood up for their offense here. Not a team to blitz a whole lot. Even in these long downs, they will trust their front four to generate the pressure they need. Ravens, 4 men hand in the dirt. And they will only send those 4. Stunt in the middle though. Pass intercepted. Togafu's got it. He's at the 30. He's at his 35, and he stumbles across there, but he intercepts the pass by Stegman, and he takes the Ravens defense out of trouble and sends the Rhinos off the field there. Fantastic play by the second-year Raven linebacker. And You see him just read it there. You see Stegman trying to hit to his inside receiver there over the top, but Togafu, eyes on the quarterback, watches him down and hits the ball at the height of his hops, and he is rewarded by an intercept.
Yeah, you just wondered with the the Rhinos not getting much going on that offensive drive. It certainly changed what play calling came up next. Ravens well awake, intercepting that ball, and look at them go now. See how they can finish this drive off.
Both teams with an intercept each now. Again, Tierney questionably on the ground there when he took that snap. Refs are going to let it go, and it's probably the Rhinos are still rewarded with a tackle for a loss there. Darius Holiday-Miller maybe just getting back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, losing maybe a quarter of a yard. But did we get that on replay there, John? Take a quick look at it there as they're coming up to the line of scrimmage there. You can see, oh, Tierney's knee looks down to me, but the referees suggest otherwise. It's awkward. It's your natural reaction as a quarterback to use a knee to get down there. But of course, under IFAF ruling, if your knee is down when you're in possession of the ball, you are deemed tackled. Save a 2-by-1 set here, or 2-by-2 here. Mitch Bessie tight to the line of scrimmage there. He gives to Holiday Miller, play action pass. Bessie pops up from blocking, and he's got the crossing route now, and he gets a nice reception, and that's good for about 7 yards.
Yeah, nice tackle that. You can almost see him going a little bit further down the field than where he ended up. So what do we end up? 3rd and about 4 now.
Look at him stalk block there, Kirsch, and then break open after the play action fake is completed. And we're seeing 65 now coming off for the Rhinos. It's Lewis Tonga. Tierney, good snap. Looking to his left, but his arm is hit as he's making the throw. Fantastic pressure there. I think that was Chris Ravlich on the rush there. The usual receiver moving to play some defense here. That didn't be the length of that defensive front. There you get to the arm of Tierney, and that forces the 4th down, and I see Templar dropping the gloves, so a punting situation here for the Ravens.
Yeah, defensive arm wrestle this game, isn't it? It looks like both teams really being able to stop the other team marching the ball too far forward. So we'll see what the Rhinos can do on this return, where they ended up to start their drive.
Templar, deep. They've already tried one sneak punt. They're not going to do it again. Templar, snap, place. Oh, and he slips on his back. He's not going to want that being on live stream. And that turns into a net punt of about only 13 yards. Have you got that on replay, John? Oh, James Malseed. Geez, Templar, no favors there. Pans back and catches the awkward punt there, but you can't blame him. That surface is definitely still going to be a bit wet from the rain we had just moments ago. First and 10 Rhinos now as they take possession on what looks like their own 35-yard line. The near side receivers, number 81 for the Rhinos. That's Chianton James. And it's going to be a run play here. Up the middle, the fullback goes. Peterson with another solid carry, and whilst he hasn't been as extravagant as Johnny Nico there, he's earned some solid yardage on the ground up the guts himself, the fullback there, Peterson.
Yeah, that was a nice run.
And that was a solid run there, setting him up for a nice 2nd down. 2nd and 3 upcoming. He's got that sort of stocky frame Peterson does. Perfect fullback build. Not overly tall, thick, and has the ability to run that football. So Stegman going under center now. Taking a snap, 3-step drop. Looks for his tight end. No, it's Gooding. Gooding's got the ball. He takes it around the outside. Finn's got a hold of him, and he takes him out of bounds there. But a great pass and catch there by the building duo of Gooding and Stegman.
Yeah, nice catch by Gooding there. Got the 1st down, got out of bounds. Good field position to start on this drive.
either offense is capable to break this game open here, but both defenses staying strong. It's a fantastic paced game of football, whether you're an offensive or a defensive fan here.
Yeah, almost waiting for that big play to happen, don't you? These drives just keep getting stopped by these defensive units.
And also holding penalties, it seems. Nico testing the outside again. Bounces out of the tackle of O'Connor there, but now he's wrapped up by the pursuing inside defenders, including Benji Wilson there, Queensland linebacker, and All-Australian linebacker Jason Leon in on the tackle as well. So just set up second down there. He might have got the ball just past the line of scrimmage, earns himself a yard, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, as quick as Nico is on that play there, the Ravens, they just flow so well on defense. Wrap him up. 1 yard gain.
Ben O'Connor certainly likes the big hit there. He opted not to wrap up there, and he really wants to take a shot in every ball carrier that comes his way. As we hear some Sonia Data start to play. And 3-step drop, Stegman over the middle, he looks for Chum James, it's overthrown there, and over the hands of the Ravens defender it goes as well. Resisting the urge not to sing along here for all the viewers in tow. Stegman now alone in the backfield. Receivers either way, a tight end also to 3 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left. Drops back, looking for a receiver to his right. He finds a Raven set of hands in Jamal Party, but those hands do not corral the ball in, and they actually propel the ball to the ground. So that falls incomplete and bringing up 4th down. Or was that in fact a turnover on downs?
No, I think that was 3rd down. This is 4th down now, so they've got a decision to make. Do they punt it, try to aim maybe for a sideline, keep him inside their 20? There's some big personnel changes here that suggest maybe they will be punting it.
Yeah, so back goes Cockwa, I believe. He's going to try and pooch this ball into the corner there. Or is he going to fake this? He's going to pooch it. And no one's going to touch it. It's going to roll into the back for a touchback. Almost thought that might have been Andy Young, the former Rhino safety, screaming over for that ball, but it's in fact number 7, Joe Rasmussen, who is a former Rhino junior and also pretty brave to wear that number in respects to Andy Young, the long-serving Rhino former import, who is very much an emotional leader for this Rhino unit, as well as the Queensland Sun Devils during their successful national campaign. However, they should have known better, because that number 7 isn't tucked up with a midriff showing. I think he should be watching now from Canada. So hello to you, Mr. Young, if you are watching. And it's a pass play here to an open Edwards. But a converging Rhino secondary closes down on him, and it might have actually even stopped him for a loss of yards there.
So Kenny, today you had all 3 Bayside teams playing here, hence the Calling All Sports coming out to Toowoomba. How important it is to get this one win, make it 2-1 for today.
It would be nice. I mean, the Stingrays got to enjoy, they're a successful club. We got to enjoy 3 teams in the Sun Bowl last year, and we won't have, unfortunately, the luxury of having 3 here, depending on this game outcoming. But having 2 there would be absolutely wonderful, and obviously we saw as a carry there from Holiday Miller gets met at the line. We'll have the joy of watching our women compete in their for a Summer Bowl in their maiden season in Gridiron, Queensland, and would love our boys to have another crack at the GQ football giants that are the Gold Coast Stingrays, who have possibly progressed to the Sun Bowl there. They were taking on the Western Cougars. We haven't heard an update from that game in a while. I don't know if they managed to get onto the ground if the storm affected them as the rain coverage comes back here in the here at Toowoomba Rugby League Football Club.
just watching the Bayside ladies, they were absolutely fantastic on defence, just shutting everything down. I did not expect that result, and excellent work from their coaching staff to get them ready in just one season.
Absolutely, and Holiday Miller with a stiff arm of the season. Now he's sprung. He's around the outside to the 40-45. He goes, put another stiff arm down, and he's down in the Rhino 40. But, gosh, show me a replay of that first stiff arm there. Whoa, what a don't argue there. I couldn't make out the defender, but whoo! Whoa!
They're the sort of things happen when you're fit, you've got the stamina, you just need that one big play to break it open.
Number 35 on the receiving end of that, don't argue, which is Brad Boland, who's made some fantastic plays and highlights today, and it's not going to be one of them, at least not for him. But Darius Holiday, and also on top of being fit and healthy, it's being lower than the other man certainly helps as well.
Definitely. He's a complete back, isn't he?
Yes, and they're going to give it to that complete back once again. He's going to bounce to the outside. Fumble! And can he claim his own fumble there? The Rhinos are claiming they've got it there, but the slippery ball seems to get lost there. Trying to see here, neither team is all that long. Now we're seeing a Rhino showing his sign there, and we're going to see
the referee's just throwing people off.
Big Dave Hodkinson.
Rhino
and the
ball.
Rhinos have claimed that they're Holiday Miller just as we were giving him daps. Maybe we should have just kept our mouth shut. He loses the ball on that play there, and it's recovered by the Rhinos.
Darius just digs himself out of a crater. Goes back to the side. He is limping.
He really competed hard for that ball there, and I don't know if he's limping or if that's just his frustration walk there. He is a true competitor of the game there, and I know he's going to be absolutely dirty on himself after that play.
What happened there? It just slipped out.
Yeah, maybe if we can get a replay on that, we can see what happened there. In my opinion, yeah, I think that it's just a wet ball there. And you see him there, and it's just a low tackle. The tackle might have even hit the ball as it came out there, but quick impact happens in such an explosive sport there, and that can jar a ball free at any given moment. That's exactly what happens, and the Rhinos were opportunistic enough to dive on it there. So the Rhinos, again, 7 down, approximately 3 remaining. So we are in the fourth quarter, am I correct?
That's correct.
Fourth quarter, there are 3 minutes here, so we're here for a grandstand finish once more. And a pitch out to Nico. Nico's got some space. Bailey makes a nice tackle in the open field, though.
Hitting, spinning, going forwards. That's some nice yards first down. Clock is still running.
Could we not be treated to any better games here out in Toowoomba today?
Oh, it's just been a smorgasbord of football. Had a lot of close games, evenly matched teams, and yeah, something for the fans for sure.
Absolutely, and we're glad we can provide said fans with the live stream, all thanks to DCR. Thank you very much for sponsoring and bringing the live stream to you today.
Okay, that's a 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning, so we're out by about a minute on ours, which is still pretty good when you're trying to guesstimate this the clock in here, but we've got 2 minutes remaining in this game. Rhinos in possession as the Ravens are trying to run that out. Rhinos, 2 minutes and about 60 yards to go. And with the best quarterback in Australia at the helm, it's given to Nico. Nico's going to bounce it outside. He's lost yards. He's going to go forward, young fella. And he's going to pitch it back out to Stegman. And Stegman is going to get claimed and monstered to the ground there by the purple defensive players. I think that might have been John Finn there, who's a lot stronger than the man looks. There's a whole bunch of action there, coach. Flipping the ball around at this.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would be happy with that if I was a coach, getting that ball thrown in the air when it was probably not necessary. Calling the timeout on the end of the play, which was probably going to happen anyway if Nico ended up with the ball. So got a third 13, or is it third down? Is that correct?
Yeah, third, maybe close to even to 14 almost. But twice now, Stegman's tried to connect passes to his interior defenders, not wanting to challenge the outside as much. Last time he tried that, though, he got picked off by Togafu, and a fumbled snap here. Looks like the Rhinos have recovered their own must exchange here. Stegman quickly getting on that ball, but that will cost them a down now. So instead of turning into 2-down territory, they've got to go for the whole hog here, and that's a full 15 yards, maybe a short 14, long 14. At least 14 yards for them to go.
Yeah, you might think this is the last time possibly the Rhinos will have the ball here. They'll need 14 yards about to convert this first down.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, don't know if it's because they're out of seats, but there's a lot of people on their feet here in the clubhouse here overlooking the game here. But this is the game, the play of the season for both of these two teams. A 4th down and 14 upcoming for the Rhinos. They need to complete this here. The Ravens have the ability to clock this game out if they can get possession here. Ravens defending for their Sun Bowl berth here. A return to the Sun Bowl is in their future if they can stop this play right here. They've got 2 players back, 2 safeties, corners lined up, and linebackers Benji Wilson and Nada Togafu playing the interior defense. Looks like they're playing. They're going to leave them a zone defense looking across here. Stegman is going to look over this defense very carefully. 2-by-2 set. Stegman's got time. He's going to hit the short receiver, but it comes out flat. Turnover and downs. The Rhinos cannot do it. An incomplete pass there. I don't know if it was batted at the line, if it didn't come out of his handling, but the Ravens have turned this ball over on downs, or so the Rhinos have, and the Ravens have a chance to clock this game. And it just came out of his hand awkwardly. There was no bat down there. It's wet out there, and Stegman, who has got very large hands for a quarterback, just couldn't get a hold of that ball to deliver the pass.
Disappointing those last 2 plays. Fumble on the snap on 3rd down, 4th down, obviously not coming out of the hands properly.
Not the way the Rhinos wanted to end the season, but look, the Ravens might have to run this ball once, maybe twice here, because I know the Rhinos have at the most have 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, possibly only 1, I believe.
And the Ravens look like they're going into victory formation here. Up to go to Bessie here for the kneel down. I think that might have something to do with his hand size over Mitch Tierney. And they take a knee out here, so the Ravens kneeling their way to a Sun Bowl berth here. Kneels are purely academic, waiting for that ball to be raised. Timeout taken by the Rhinos here. Calling it for the sake of a miracle muff exchange or a brain snap here from the Ravens. Tierney is coming back in, it seems. So Tierney is going to take that. So
Looks like that fumble from Darius Holiday Miller did not come back and haunt him. Rhinos unable to do anything with that ball.
And there it is, a second knee. I don't know how much time is remaining, but it can't be much. I haven't seen another timeout being called, so this should be it here. The ball is being handed to the referee. Ravens holding their ground in celebration until the ball gets raised, and they might have to run even one more play. Stegman in front of the commentary booth now. He's accepted his fate there. The Rhinos will have to wait another season to get back to the promised land. The sideline keeping their cool for now. And the final knee there should be enough. They've given it to referee David Hodgkinson. Some of the emotion starting to come out from the Ravens now. And there it is, full time here in Toowoomba in this 2 versus 3 matchup. The Bayside Ravens have booked their ticket to the Sun Bowl for the second year in a row, where they will likely take on the Gold Coast Stingrays in a rematch of the 2014 Sun Bowl Championship. What a fantastic game of football. What a fantastic day of gridiron football here in Toowoomba there, Paul Holgate.
Yeah, Toowoomba's got to be proud hosting a fantastic triple header here, semi-finals football here, back here for a long time.
So there it is. The Ravens are going to have 2 teams in there for the final, and the Stingrays are also going to have 2 teams in there. And the so really it'll be a big day for the Ravens and the Stingrays there. But of course the Spartans Colts have also got their ticket to the big game. So if you're a member of the Spartans, the Ravens, or the Stingrays, it's going to be a big day for you in 2 weeks' time at Tap Out Energy Stadium in Coorparoo, where the Sun Bowl and Summer Bowl state championships will be held here. But as we wrap up today, we now know who is heading out of these 2 teams to the Sun Bowl, mate. Standouts for not only this game, but all 3 games.
Oh well, I just can't get past the just the defensive efforts from the Ravens ladies. Like, all across the park. I wouldn't like to single out anyone in particular, but they were very impressive. Did not expect them to be so dominant and just shut everything down from the Jets. So I wouldn't like to give too much credit to the other two games. That was a standout game for me, the Ravens ladies.
Absolutely. And in this game here, in Holiday, there was another one there. Luke Edwards looking great in the first half, but on the Rhinos side, name escapes me, number 14. David Gooding was outstanding for me in the losing side.
Yeah, he was good. He caught some critical catches at certain times, crossed the sideline when needed, stopped the clock, kept the Rhinos in the game. Rhinos defense pretty strong, but yeah, it just seemed like a matter of time before the Ravens were just going to finish it off.
And another outstanding one for me here in this the Ravens side. We shout out to our cornerback John Finn, who I think really did well. He didn't get to call his name much, but he was making tackles when it came to his side and made a couple of key pass defenses. So big game for them. So the Ravens sending two teams over there. Earlier in the game in the women's matchup, the Ravens women defeated the reigning championship Jets to book their ticket with the Stingrays ladies side over there in Crew, Peru. Outstanding for that. You want to single out the whole defense? You don't want to single out any player? I'll say TJ Waraima was the outside linebacker for the Ravens, number 29. She had a fantastic game on the edge there. And then for the Colts there, Nick Ray brings up there his mind, and also Ben Karikari, who stepped in for injured brother John Karikari. He had a fantastic game and really controlled that game for the offense for the Stingrays. So fantastic effort here today as the rain goes out. I'd say the most successful thing is the storm didn't dictate the games here today. All three games got to get played there, albeit a slight delay in the last game there. So all the games were left in the hands of the players here today.
Yeah, that's right. We had full quartered football, nothing shortened. We did get this last game a little bit later than we would have liked, but with the time available, the guys got to play, which was the main thing.
Yeah, they said I don't think anyone's going to complain for a lost 45 minutes when a full game of football could be played and a true victor could be sent on to the Sun Bowl. So bring on the state championships in 2 weeks' time. But as for now, this is a goodbye from Toowoomba for Calling All Sports Brisbane and Birdtown TV. Big thank you to my color commentator, Paul Holgate, today, who is doing big things up here in Toowoomba for Gridiron up here out in the Ranges. Have fun today, mate?
Yeah, it was good fun. Wouldn't mind doing it again someday, but...
There's a game in 2 weeks, mate, if you're willing to take some time off.
Yeah, I might have to check with the boss for that, but...
So, yes, and of course, another huge big thank you to our producer, John Devine, on the panel today, making things pretty and chucking up all the info on the front there. And this is a fantastic song to end on, by the way. But more important things, yeah, there are your victors from the Toowoomba side of things there. You will see all the other details you can find on gridironqueensland.com. But as for now, I've been Kenny Andres, Paul Holgate, John Devine, on behalf of the Calling All Sports Brisbane team in Gridiron Queensland. Good night to you, and thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.